one day somebody does something unspeakable to someone else, to someone you hardly knew, and you do something about it because you can.
We get this morning's story from the Columbus Dispatch. A Columbus police officer fired after a fight at a Short North, in January says she should get her job back because she was defending herself. Amber Blackburn, 34, also said she believes she should still be on the force because fellow officers working a special duty detail at Town Hall the early morning of January 26 failed to report the altercation accurately. I guess the Town Hall is a bar. Blackburn was not arrested or charged with a crime. New Columbus police officers are on probationary status for 12 months, during which time the department can fire them for any reason. Blackburn started at the police academy in August of 2023 and graduated in March of 2024. Blackburn hired local attorney Sam Shemansky to represent her in fighting for her job. Shemansky said Columbus police did not investigate or confirm the special duty officer's stories before firing Blackburn. Shemansky said Blackburn is considering a civil lawsuit if the department doesn't rehire her. Why was Columbus police officer Amber Blackburn fired? Well, a narrative written by the two Columbus police officers working at the bar describes Blackburn's conduct as erratic and uncooperative, saying they had to guide her into a wall to control her actions. The narrative was written during the officers' scheduled shifts on the afternoon of January 26. The supervisor of the two special duty officers wrote to his chain of command that the officers said Blackburn had to be physically restrained by another person inside the bar and was acting erratic. Both officers also said they had witnessed Blackburn punching another woman as the woman walked away. The Columbus Dispatch reached out to the Columbus Division of Police and was told no one would be available for an interview. Figure that. Questions submitted in writing were not answered due to potential litigation on this matter and ongoing internal affairs investigations, said a PD spokesperson. Now, Glenn McIntyre, assistant director at the Department of Public Safety, said the internal investigations are looking at whether Blackburn's actions were reported immediately as required. McIntyre also provided the dispatch with a copy of Civil Service Rule 11D, which says that probationary officers can be fired during their probationary period, with the decision being final. That's it. What does Amber Blackburn say happened at Town Hall? Well, two videos from Town Hall, which is a bar, provided by Blackburn show a verbal confrontation inside the bar, escalating into an exchange of punches. An interior video angle does not show Blackburn interacting with the two special duty officers, who are not seen on the footage inside the bar during the 4 minutes of footage. The interior video shows Blackburn exchanging words with another woman at a nearby table, and Blackburn hitting the woman before being pulled away by a man in her group. Blackburn said the verbal confrontation began because the other bar patrons felt Blackburn's group was too close to their table. Blackburn admitted during a conversation with the Columbus Dispatch on Monday that she did hit one of the women inside the bar, but said she did so in self-defense after being punched first. She said, "I'm allowed to defend myself." She said the second woman, who the video shows Blackburn hitting several times, had spat in her face as she was trying to leave the bar. Now, her attorney said just because you become a sworn police officer, you don't give up your right to defend yourself. That was Shemansky, her attorney. He went on, "You don't get to become a spittoon." Now, Blackburn described her actions toward the second woman as swatting at her. Blackburn said when she got outside the bar, she assumed the two special duty officers who were working there would take her information for a report because she had been assaulted and spit on, which could be charged as a felony under Ohio law. Now, instead, she said the special duty officers dismissed her and refused to do anything. The special duty officers' reports show no significant attempts to identify the other women inside the bar or get contact information for them. The reports also say the officers knew Blackburn was an off duty police officer because they saw a department ID card inside her cell phone case. However, a video from outside the bar shows a friend bringing Blackburn her cell phone after Blackburn had already left the bar and had walked away from the special duty officers. Shemansky said he believes the officers may have been motivated to exaggerate or lie about what they saw because of animosity towards Nick Duty, that's Blackburn's ex-husband and a former Columbus police officer. Now, Nick Duty admitted in January to turning off his body camera during sexual encounters with women while he was on duty. He is awaiting sentencing at a later date in U.S. District Court. The officers at the town hall bar were not wearing body cameras, and the Division of Police Policy does not require officers working a special duty to wear them. So they're moonlighting, I guess. When asked to meet with Assistant Chief Nick Convis on January 27th, Blackburn said she believed it was because he needed to take a report. Instead, Convis totally dismissed Blackburn and would not allow her to explain herself, terminating her on the spot.
The incident report says officers had to use force to remove her. Now, she had been working as a probationary officer since August of 2023. In a statement, Columbus Police said, quote, probationary officer Blackburn's employment was terminated through her probationary status as a result of her involvement in an off-duty incident. The Columbus Division of Police holds our officers to the highest standards, and anyone who violates their oath will be held accountable.
Now, McIntyre said 12 probationary officers have been fired since 2020. 5 of those firings occurred this year, 2025. The city extended the probationary period from 6 months to a full year in 2021 as part of a more extensive policing reform. The department has hired more than 500 officers since that time. Records provided by Columbus Police to the dispatch show Convis recommended Blackburn's termination for conduct that brought disrespect to the department. She got in a bar fight. He made that decision based on several reports provided to him through the chain of command from the special duty officers, one of whom reported it to a sergeant at the beginning of his next scheduled workday. Shemansky said Convis is either incompetent or not being truthful about looking into the situation before deciding to fire Blackburn. He said, just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. We as taxpayers have put a lot of time and resources into this officer. That's her attorney. Blackburn said she has a hearing with Chief Elaine Bryant later this month. The Fraternal Order of Police will be part of that hearing as required by Union Contract President Brian Steele. Brian Steele said he informed Blackburn that the union would not take her case to arbitration on her behalf. That's because she's on probation. So they're not going to go to arbitration because they say, look, you're probationary. Your termination is final. And it's kind of interesting. I don't know that they're not looking into it, that they didn't take the other women's reports, although there was a fight. They only did it for her. And I'm wondering, is that because she's a probationary officer or because they dropped the ball? Things that make you go,